They want to ruin this Ursa, but I believe Gork, he knows the toxicity from the pubs. He's known to be countered. They want to tilt him. I don't think they can do it in this game. I mean, maybe they can set up the lanes a bit differently so that Ursa is not going to be playing against Veno. There is a possibility to put the Pango. Pango, let's see his starting items. He has a fluffy hat, 3 branches. That doesn't strike me as something that he's going to be playing, you know, on the safe lane. So they might just do the same thing. Veno, he does counter. I think everyone knows that makes Ursa's life miserable first couple of minutes. But there is a way to get on top of him. Like if he misplays, if he misses the Gale, there is a kill threat coming out from. I want to see what he's going to be paired up with, because Ixon and Pablo, they do tend to swap roles a little bit, like in terms of the laning at least. So yeah, I mean, there is kill threat, whether it's with Coddle, mostly with the Grimstroke, so there's a lot of potential there. Seems like they want to invade.
Let's have a look here. Radjix, Ixon and Pablo making sure that they grab that bounty rune off Chicken Fighter's side of the map. But the same to be said down bottom. 2 for 2 to start things off. And we're willing to see indeed that it will be Pablo joining forces with Gorg down bottom. So they'll have that Grim Ursa lane. We'll see how well they can keep that area set up so that he can get some farm against pretty nasty Veno Monkey King lane. These two, and once a couple of levels are there, they're going to be running down these heroes.
Monkey does also have Orb of Venom, so there's going to be a lot of slow. Veno still saving a point, probably going to go with the Poison Sting level 1 just to get some extra harassment. Era starting with Jingu Mastery. One more right click, we'll get the damage and the lifesteal.
Having a nice time trading with Pablo there. Pablo's definitely going to be able to be careful with his positioning and lane that he'll feel very, very vulnerable in. Looking at some of the other matchups mid lane, got the Storm versus the Ember, the classic top. Chase down here on towards 5 up, but the blast will be off the mark. 5 up, he's going to be able to pick himself up a courier.
Top lane very deadly. Coming out from Team Bold, having Pangolier and Keeper of the Light. Once you start to get the levels, there's going to be so much kill threat. This is definitely my favorite combo in Dota right now, especially if Pango decides to go for Diffusal Blade. He might, like Panel touched upon it, it might be a bit too greedy considering you have Ursa. It's a good Diffusal game. You're playing into Storm, into Medusa, so I wouldn't mind seeing that as well coming out from him, but they might need an early Blink Dagger to be able to initiate, because like both supports are kind of keeping the distance from the fight, so I don't think they're going to be getting anywhere close. Excalibur on the mid lane so far, pretty even. As you said, standard matchup. I'd say slightly Storm favored, but yeah, Ember still does get a lot from the lane.
Next time.
Absolutely, and in terms of the build for Gorg, you do imagine as the carry, he's going to be rushing that Diffusal and looking to run down.
Yeah, Midas Refresher, that's his build.
Yeah, let's go heavy on the farm.
Pretty standard, I would say. Going for Phase Boots, Morbid Mask into Diffusal Blade. You're also playing Gradient Ursa, so that means once your Tier 1 tower falls, you're going to be playing top part of the map, and then you threaten the Roshan kill as well.
Oh, so far, with the lane setups, I mean, yeah, we're looking down bottom. Yeah, Gorg 12 and 2. Is it expected that he's going to be able to do this well as an Ursa on the early levels against the Veno, or is this pretty impressive?
Gorg.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
He's doing so good in the lane. I think Veno, I don't think Veno used mana.
I don't think
for 3 minutes. He has not
been holding back a bit. Yeah.
Cast a single spell.
There we go. There we go. He's listening.
Not the greatest one, it's just a slow. They need to be playing a bit more aggressive, because once Ursa gets the levels, once he has those 2 points in Fury Swipes, he doesn't care about Monkey King getting on top of him. So if they manage to lock him down, get Inkswell stun, there is potentially a kill threat.
No, absolutely, yeah. I think Gorg's going to be very happy with how they've been able to deal so far in this lane.
He needs to put his boots in his inventory.
Oh, the classic. Oh yeah, classic Gorg.
This is there for like
I'm in the
20 seconds already. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, he's also listening. So I'm on camera for 0.1 seconds.
Things going elsewhere. Mid lane, we are starting to see Supreme takeover. I mean, as you say, Storm can have a bit of an edge here. And bottom, again, you know, with the levels, Pablo can easily make sure that Eret and Jibe can't run down Gorg all the way. Be able to sort of stand between them with that Inkswell stun, make it very hard for them to pass.
Monkey tried to go for Boundless to remove Healing Salve, didn't work out.
Yeah. Good chase here from Radix, in fact. He may just have this one more hit. Oh, it's not going to go for the dive. Notice that there's a Fairy Fire there anyway. Would have needed a couple of more to take down 5 up. There's still 4 minutes in, yet to see a first blood.
It seems like the games are kind of slow these days.
We're getting a lot of starts like this, absolutely, where nobody's dying.
These players, they got better over time.
Oh, definitely less mistakes being made in the early game. Still pretty much, you know, everyone's getting the farm that they want. Just a slight difference being that on the bottom lane, but even that's starting to close now between Jibe and Gorg.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So there we go. It did happen down bottom, and are they going to be able to get Pablo's way? He's got the Fairy Fire. He's not going to be able to get the trade. Eric's got the stick charges. So there we go. That's the aggression that we expected to see from Chicken Fighters with this Veno lane finally coming out and taking out both kills in the safe lane.
Unfortunately, they didn't have Urn before that. That would be 3 charges on Urn, which would give them even more sustain, even more damage in the lane. Gorp.
Oh, Gorp.
Using Urchok aggressively.
Yeah, he's got some backup coming in. And the Jingu stacks are building up. As Gorg, he's just come back into the lane. He's going to be in trouble.
Oh, he lost vision.
They'll take him down. He's not able to finish off Jibe. Jibe's into the trees as this...
Oh, I can't. This is a disaster. They just gave it to him. He needed 1 extra hit.
Oh, he's not happy about that. I mean, you wouldn't be. That's rough. They were having such a nice sort of calm and peaceful start down there. We were waiting for this, you know, for the Veno to really get into the head of Gorg. And then 2 times back-to-back, Radiant safe.
Do you think they're going to smoke in the base? Oh, they are. They're using the smoke.
Yeah, no TP with that quick death after return to the bottom lane. That hurts big time for Team Bold.
Unbearable lane down bottom. Ursa just having a really rough time. Level 4, and now Grimstroke is not even with him. He might need to bail. He might need to collect some XP. If he dies one more time, he's not showing up to lane for a very long time.
No, it's just a terrifying place for Gorg now down here. Now that Dyer's had that influx of kills. I mean, he's stepping up, Gorg, but this is so spooky. He's got to keep his distance. Pablo has come back over to help him out, but this is not a fun place for Gorg to be.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
There is no healing salve. He needs to get out.
Yeah.
He cannot play the lane anymore.
I mean, where'd you have to go? Just sort of start hitting jungle creeps, or?
Jungle it is.
Yeah. It's not going to be an easy recovery for him. I mean, how's Excalibur doing in the mid? I mean, he's level 7, but not really in a position yet with his items that he wants to be TPing to the side lanes and helping out. Especially not TPing into this Veno lane where Jibe is starting to really ramp up how scary he is. I mean, he's top net worth now after a bit of a slower start in the first few levels. He's made up for that completely. Got a bit of ping here.
Only 1,500.
Those
Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah.
Pango is about to hit level 6. Doesn't have much mana nor HP to work with. But they definitely need to use him. Like, he's going to need to do some heavy lifting. Same goes for Excalibur. Because he's having a good time.
Yeah, no, I was definitely on Radix and Excalibur to help pull Team Bold through this tough spot where Gorg is going to need space to recover. Of course, with every moment and space that's needed to be created for Team Bold, as long as Coma on the side of Chicken Fighters is getting room to move around the map, he's going to be happy. So we'll see what the move's going to be from Chicken Fighters after they're able to keep the pressure up and take this bottom tower maybe. Pablo's going to still hang around for the XP down bottom.
Monkey King is scouting things out in the jungle. He might get a solo kill on Gork if he gets the vision on him. He's going to go for the courier.
Yeah, they're bringing more down as well. Ixon knows not to jump for this. Gorg having to take the walk back to base. Supreme is looking for the 8-minute power rune. See if he gets lucky. Oh, no, not able to pick it up, in fact. Excalibur's able to just step over, and Supreme having to play very, very careful. He was worried about the blast from the call. Means that Excalibur, he'll get the ball recharge.
Rajix is going for the Fusel Blade. I like that a lot. He also needs to like deal a bit more damage.
Yeah.
Because he knows that Ursa this time around will need to recover. Only level 4, 8 minutes in. We've always been in this situation. Every one of us, you know, it gets into your head. You need to just slow things down, keep it PMA, and let the team do carrying for like 5-10 minutes, and then you can join.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because as you say, Excalibur and Rajix still very much in a position from their lanes that they're ready to have a good impact in the mid game. See up top already, Rajix ready to make the moves.
Oh,
nice nightmare dodge. But 5 up will still be dead. Ambitious TP there as the Rolling Thunder comes crashing back round towards him, and some good money into the hands of Gorg. So he'll be happy there. Picks up a kill. That should be the tier 1 tower as well. Probably unlikely that Chicken Fighters will come in for the defense. Do see for Team Bold, Ixon, he's positioned himself down bottom, ready to try and blast out the push. They're prepared with the fortification. They'll keep this push on, and now Ixon, he's got to think about getting out of there. And he'll do so straight away. Quick TP, and he'll make it back safely.
Oh, this is big. They're putting a lot of pressure on the top tower. But
oh, they wanna fight this Chicken Fighters.
Coming in.
It's a big ult from Shibe. He's in the midst of the 3 of them. Gorg's trying to finish off the tower. He's not even going to get it. Era's able to deny the tower. Take down the 2, take them. Ooh, Pablo. TP out there to base. He'll only just make it away, falling down to about the 1 HP with that damage from the ult. At the regen of the fountain, enough to keep him from dying to
I think he just bought a Fairy Fire inside the base because he was about to die.
Yeah, when you see HP reaching the 1, yeah, you're definitely going to go for that sort of play. And it will save him. He stays alive. We'll see again this defense up top, how close it was getting. And I definitely saw the number 1 come in there. Yeah, there you have it. He was getting low, Pablo. So a little bit of something there for Team
there was a 1, yeah.
There was a 1 in there. He will live. That's, of course, the overall situation not great for the team. They don't get the chance of getting the last hit on that tower themselves. See, good setup in the mid. The silence into the change. There we go. Excalibur and Pablo team up, and they are able to have enough lockdown to take out Supreme at this stage.
Much needed kill just to get another one on the board. Ursa is level 6, continues to farm up, has that Morbid Mass to have a bit more sustain.
Yeah.
I mean, his game can recover if they get a good... One good fight. Ooh, a bit of a disconnect there. Excalibur, no HP whatsoever to go in. Pablo decides to use the Soulbind, but there is no real follow-up. Big timing is going to be Rajix picking up the Diffusal Blade, and Ember Spirit does have Orb of Corrosion, so like the long-distance poke coming out from the Sleight of Fist and Swashbuckle, both spells are maxed out. Combine that with Chakra, it's going to hurt a lot. I don't think they need to commit fully.
Oh, Gorg is in trouble. He was trying to find some space up here up top. There's no TPs coming in to help him. They know that as his ult ends, so does his chance for surviving. Chicken Fighters run him down. 7-2 now. Chicken Fighters still with the lead, and of course that scary old Medusa sat at the top. She's getting all the farm, all the space that she needs here. Koma's having a great time hitting the timings on these items. Whilst they do have, as we say, these diffusal builders, it's never going to be a lineup that's going to be looking forward too much to taking fights into a farmed Medusa as the game goes on.
He's going for S and Y on Medusa.
Oh, that's
like,
yeah, okay.
I'm fine with that if there's like nothing to dispel. It does increase your farming because you can always use illusions and push out the extra wave. But you're playing into Blinding Light, which miss, and also playing into Disarm from Pangolier. So maybe he thinks differently, Those silences, they're not going to last as long. Same goes for the Disarm. But I feel like Manta Style is just a better option here, considering what he's playing into. Also killing the Phantom. Much easier with Manta Style. Ember does have Arcane Rune, and there is a Diffusal Blade on Pang. I think it's time to smoke and try to make something happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely here for Team Bold. They want to try and get a hit back with Excalibur and Rajix. Bottom lane. Out on his own, but expected to happen here. Ixon's just been trying to get some farm solo down bottom as the Keeper of the Light. Honestly, he probably doesn't mind dying if it means Team Bolt's able to find something off the back of it. They're going to try and jump for Coma. Coma's already out with the Stone Gaze. We'll see Rajic's closing with the Rolling Thunder, but he's been frozen in position. Further TP's coming in for Chicken Fighters as Jibei turns up to the fight. And that's to probably back off now, Team Bolt. They weren't able to get the hit that they wanted to start things off. Excalibur's been left behind. He's got no Remnant out to save himself, as he'll end up being the one dying.
There's probably one person in chat right now spamming EU gank lol W or something. Yeah, it's tough. Coma did a very good job in terms of like realizing, oh, they're going on me. He saw that Remnant and he immediately popped the Stone Gaze. He's relatively tanky to be brought down immediately. Oh, Gork.
Oh, he's in this dangerous spot again. They're going to try and go for it. I mean, he has got backup. And Pablo is around. With a nice little jump down to the river, he'll be able to step away. We'll see over in the mid, a bit of a poke happening over towards Jibei. He won't be able to dive for him, despite that he's very low on mana, so be a bit of a safe shot of trying to get him. The rest of Chicken Fighters are starting to step over. Errors on the tree. Gorg gonna get zipped upon. No, Supreme is out. Was checking for the rune. But Pablo's already able to grab it. Excalibur going in aggressively here, straight away over towards Jibei. Jibei will put the stick charges. He's got a Gale, but Excalibur's still in range with the Ink Swell stuns. They take him down. Rajic's getting low. Will swashbuckle to the side. Finished off by the Boundless Strike. They've picked up two. They're gonna get Supreme as well. He's out of mana. Team Bold. They're able to find a team fight out of it all. They take down three. They only lose Rajic's. And considering the position they've been in so far, Team Bolt, they will very, very happily take that trade. 3 for 1. Now the potential to push in on mid.
The Fusel Blade on Pango doing a lot of work, getting the multiple swashbuckles off. Getting
they're gonna go for more.
Mana on them.
They see Coma farming close towards the mid lane. They have got Stone Gaze in the Fiend's Grip. So Excalibur's jumped into a bit of a terrifying spot as he gets locked down by the two ultimates. Error, another tier 1 tower denied. So whilst it will fall, he'll be able to limit what Team Bolt gain from it. And now with the chase down onto Gorg, they'll make sure that they pay here with the life of an Ursa as well for that attempted push. Chicken Fighters as they'll come in with the defense, and they'll be able to push Team Bolt back down to being about 5k behind them right now. And as you can see, Coma, again, now getting involved in these fights and surviving. His gold is just shooting up here. This Medusa's getting big.
Oh, those mana burns again. Like, it really hurts Medusa. He uses Swashbuckle, burns 160 mana, gets Chakra Magic, which is maxed out, then uses it again. Once Ursa has it, then he's very close to it. They can definitely kill Medusa, but this was a bit of overextension. They have good positioning from Bane. They have no real abilities that can stop the Fiend's Grip. They need either a Phantom or they need Pango's role, which is a bit tough to execute.
And of course, still at this point, Gorg doesn't quite have the items to be able to protect himself. If they get in on top of him, there's not much he can do at this stage. It's very, very hard for him to escape their chase.
I think Team Bolt, they need to keep fighting. 2 Diffusal Blades, try to get a pick off, maybe 2 transition that into Roche, because that's their way to make a comeback into the game. There is Maelstrom about to be done on Ember Spirit, so that's going to be a bit more damage. We didn't talk about the Storm Spirit. He's going straight into BKB. I think he's afraid of those mana burns.
Top lane Gorg. He's going to get caught here. Supreme able to zip him, grab him back and hold him in the Wukong's command of error. As the map has become very, very scary place for Gorg. Each time he shows in a lane, Chicken Fighters, they've got some great heroes for hunting him down.
There is no real save on their side, and he's already having a rough time. So every single time he shows up, overextends 1 extra creep wave. Good moves from Chicken Fighters so far. They do go for these pickoffs. Monkey King providing vision, Storm Spirit zipping in from far away. So gotta be careful about it. Also, they have a bit of a hard time pushing the towers. Venomancer is extremely hard to difficult with, especially if he gets the Plague Ward. I think he's one of the most annoying heroes to play against, because you go into like certain area, there is a ward, and you're like, okay, we need to go back. Like, the only way to approach this is pretty much with smokes.
No, absolutely, especially if you don't have a good sort of lineup taking out these wards. You know, you just feel completely helpless walking into those zones that Jibei's been able to set up. See around the pit. I mean, Team Bolt, they're going to look to make the jump. They're in on a Jibei. Jibei is going to get taken down very, very quickly. Now the question is if that's enough for them to feel that they can try and poke at the Roshan. Probably not. They want to try and find another one. They're going to go for it. Excalibur jump up to the high ground. They've got the chains to lock down the Bane. They'll pick up another. Still on the side, Supreme is going to jump in, look to commit. He's been able to grab the two of them. He's been bound together for now. He's popped the BKB. Rajix is going to roll over looking for Era, but Era's up in the trees. Coma is also around, so Team Bolt, they've got to split. Gorg is going to try and punch into the Monkey King, but there's nothing he can do against the three of them. He's got to run. And he'll try his best with the ultimate to get away, but Supreme will easily chase him down and pick up another. Triple kill now for Supreme.
That's exactly how Team Bold needs to go into the fight. Like, they need to use the slide into chains, into swashbuckle, replenish one of these things, and just do it again. Try to get a pick off. They initiated on the best target. They didn't get anything off Venomancer. Like, they were able to reset a little bit, but then again, the damage coming up from Medusa right now. I mean, they do have the tools against Medusa, but if they position themselves badly, like, there is enough slow coming up from the Venomancer, Monkey King, and there is enough control on Chicken Fighters, because there are no defensive items yet on Team Bold. There are no BKBs, but they feel like they need to keep fighting, because they know they play against Medusa. Oh, Tyson, he looks
Supreme is in
pretty dead.
straight away. They're going to look to try and burst him. They're out Supreme. He's getting very, very low. The Nightmare's going to be able to buy a chance for him to zip out to safety. And now the turnaround's in with 5 up, grabbing Excalibur with the Fiend's Grip, locking down this Ember. They'll kill him off. And Chicken Fighters, they're ready to turn back in for more. Chase up to the high ground and take down Pablo. Supreme pulling back on the Keeper of the Lights. Found the Gorg's trying to go in on this. He's coming from the backside of the fight. He wants to try and kill someone, but he's only ended up offering up his life as well, as he runs in and joins the majority of his team as they lose 4 heroes on Team Bold again.
Bane used Nightmare on himself. Gork attacks him, goes to hibernation mode, as every bear does, and doesn't get the kill in the end. Fighting here against the Venomancer, who's putting down the wards and also has a shard on Gale. If he gets 1 Gale, maybe even 2, it just kind of ruins the fight for them, because the overtime damage is insane. Team Bolt doesn't have that much burst damage at the moment. It's more about like poking and then doing it again from further away. Bane setting things up.
So if there's anything Rajix can do, he's going to get jumped as well by Supreme. Excalibur was starting to head over. Supreme BKB on cooldown for 20 seconds. They might be able to punish this. Chains into the silence. They make the jump onto the Storm Spirit. He's able to take the bug off in time. The last bit of mana used to zip away, but another Remnant's out. Supreme, he's got the final bit of mana to break away, and with the Nightmare holding back Excalibur, it's enough to keep Supreme's escape covered. As he'll get out of there on the other side of the map, Chicken Fighters, the rest of them, they're into the pit, and they'll be getting this Roshan for themselves without any interruption from Team Bolt.
Losing position 5, they try to go for an aggressive play. Pango dies, and good save from Bane once again. I've been really impressed the way Bane played so far. He's going to have a full Ether Lens, 20 minutes in on a position 5 Bane. Not too bad. Now Medusa has that Aegis, almost has full Scotty. This is going to be even more kiting against the Ursa. So really, really tough one. Can we see how much time Gork spent being dead this game, if possible?
Oh yeah, do we have the power? Do we have the tools? I don't know. We'll see if we get that brought up on the screen, but indeed it's not been an easy or a fun one for Gorg. I think ever since that final pick Venomancer was shown, he probably knew himself that this was going to be a tough game to run around as a bear.
And they didn't think too much of the last pick. I mean, playing into Venomancer is sometimes really tough. And this is also the hero that can build into any items.
Yeah.
Anything looks good on the hero, so going for Heaven's Halberd is going to even ruin the hero more.
Oh! That was a bit of a tickle. One of the shortest Fiend's Grips you'll see there from 5 up. He pops it and stops it immediately. At least Team Bolt, they won't have to worry about that for 2 minutes. See if they can get anything in the jungle. Hera hovering around in the trees. See if he reveals himself. Just getting quite a lot of nice information here for Chicken Fighters. As you say, there's the Skadi done, so still 22 minutes in. Coma's farm looking very, very impressive as the Medusa this game.
Mana is getting burned. He still does have Aegis.
Taking him down twice seems almost impossible. He's in the trees already, Supreme. Managed to make the jump on Rajix.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's Rajix gone. Team Bold on the other side of the map, still trying to push in onto the tier 2. It's getting closer and closer to the point where they are going to have to answer. Chicken Fighters most certainly approaching their base anytime soon. As outside of the base, Supreme, another quick grab. Burst damage at the Orchid to finish him off. Ixon will die. Supreme adding to his kills here, 10, 2, and 5. He's been having a great game so far.
Seems like they want to go for the high ground, see what they
so.
can get out of this. Medusa, once again, not much mana. She hits level 20, so extra 2 seconds on the Stone Gaze duration. Not the greatest damage on the buildings at this point, but once Venomancer starts to get some Plague Wards on top of it, I think this might be the barracks.
It's going to be hard to stop this push, especially with Gorg going down in the mid lane. Supreme catches him out on his way back to base. He's out for 40 seconds, no buyback. As Chicken Fighters up to the high ground they go. What can the 4 members of Team Bold do? Coma is low, but still with a few minutes on the Aegis, he doesn't really care.
Let's see if they want to commit, just lose life on Medusa. Those Plague Wards are doing some damage.
Should be and down the once. Oh no, even protecting it there with a Nightmare. And now the big zip. Alzera, he's already set up on the back lines. He's in for the trees with the Wukong's command. That's Excalibur dead immediately at the start of the fight. They've got the grip control holding Rajix here through the Rolling Thunder. As that will be the Aegis pop, but Coma back with round 2, ready to fight again. Zip 4 from Supreme, a brain stab from 5-up, takes out Rajix. As Chicken Fighters, they've got the space to take these barracks. Team Bold desperately trying to get themselves back to the base here as Jibbe bullying Ixon into the fountain. We'll see in 30 seconds they'll have the full team up, but the damage, it's already been done. I'll get a little bit of a breather here as Chicken Fighters back off. They'll have to clear up tier 2s in the other lanes. But the inevitable push from Chicken Fighters, you can only imagine Team Bold are going to struggle just as much to defend against it.
Monkey King playing really well. I think we got to give credit to Era. The scouting game, especially with the level 10 talent, is extremely good. Allows Storm Spirit to get the good jump off and is setting things up with the Boundless Strike. Like the vision game of their heroes is pretty insane. Monkey, Venomancer, and then you have Storm Spirit jumping in, which allows him to have a really good game. He was struggling, I would say, a little bit, especially because he decided to go for a BKB, but not enough lockdown. And those Diffusal Blades came in a bit too late, I would say. So right now, level 20 has Orchid, so pickoff game is even stronger. 850 gold lost to just straight up dying. Well, that's 1/4 of a BKB pretty much.
Number tower taken from Chicken Fighters. They can go up top. Take out the final 2 outer towers here from Team Bold. Oh, yeah, Team Bold's cause just trying to get that next item done so that maybe they'll have a little bit more to present themselves with on the defensive.
Right now there's too much kiting. He gets scaled. There is a dispel mechanic from Grimstroke, but I'm not sure if that's enough. Storm Spirit is in, and he's out.
Oh, yeah, Supreme having some fun now. More than happy to just pop the BKB and zip into 4 heroes as he feels pretty invincible.
Speaking of kiting, Heaven's Halberd, full pike down on Medusa, on top of that Eye of Scotty. So it's really tough. Like even Monkey King has a Yule Scepter. So this Ursa he's not already having a good time, and it's only get more difficult for him.
They've got the 2 BKBs. They're going to try and smoke out with it, Team Bold here. BKB on Gorg, BKB on Excalibur. See what sort of jump they can get. They're going to try and run in on Jibbe. Well, they can't quite close the gap immediately. Rajix is able to come across with the Rolling Thunder. Over to the side, they've got the Soulbind. They'll jump the Bane, the Stone Gaze is out. There'll be a buyback straight away from Pablo. Gorg, trapped in the Wukong's command, has to split for the rest of his team. 5-up's got the grip ready to lock down Excalibur through the BKB. 3 dead on Team Bob. Pablo, it's a dieback for him. Ultra kill for Supreme. GG is called. As today here in this game 1, Chicken Fighters, they were not messing around. This was a pretty one-sided affair. Team Bold They just never really got a chance to do anything in this game. I mean, pretty much as we saw from minute